Buka ya.
Good morning, school director, teachers, distinguished guests, and participants. Welcome to Community Project Exhibition Sekolah Cikal Surabaya. Small action goes beyond. First of all, I would like to introduce and my name is Annabelle, who will be the host of Culminating Project Exhibition today. Today, the next student will be presenting Culminating Project. Culminating Project is a culmination of various experiences which highlight the student freedom to express interest in the area of learning at school. Before we start our series of today, we would like to invite Mr. Hassan Idexo, and School Director of Sekolah Cikal Surabaya. So, Mr. Hassan, time is yours.
Tes, ya. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi semuanya, anak-anakku, bapak ibu guru semuanya. Alhamdulillah hari ini kita bisa melakukan culminating project untuk Year 9 exhibition. Okay, thank you very much. I'm very honored to address you all today to celebrate these exhibitions. And I'm sure that all the teachers, all the students have done this project for around a year, almost a year, and I'm sure that all of you have done a great job today. So, as Year 9 student, you have demonstrated the ability to do all the projects, all the ability to do all the process, yes, start from the planning until the execution of the projects. So it's the time for us to celebrate the day. So we invite all the parents, we invite all the guests from Sekolah Cikal Surabaya, and many school will come tomorrow. Yeah, so you'll be proud to expose your works and the projects. As you know, that the project cover a wide range of the topics and the showcase of the diversity of your interest and the passions. And I'm so glad that all of you have the range of the differences, and all the teachers and the mentors can help the students to show the passions based on their interests. The skills that you have developed during the project just not just about the academic, but also about the competencies. And I'm very proud of this. Thank you very much.
Today's agenda will be divided into two sessions. We will have the presentation from session 1 students, and then we will have a break time, and we will continue the presentation for session 2. Alright, so our first agenda is a presentation from German students. For the participant who want to ask questions to the presenter, please directly type it in the chat. They will answer later after the presentation. Kindly support and check the German project by checking the booklet. First, we have Amira Fenawibowo. Fena will present her culminating project about rewind back. Her project title relates to the culture of traditional music. So Fena, time is yours. Okay, so hi, my name is Fena. I'm from year 9, and my project name is Rewind Back. So what is Rewind Back? Rewind Back is about my culminating project about how to change people's perspective on traditional music and to pique people's interest about it. The background problem is that the main problem is finding out why people don't seem too interested in traditional music or to push themselves enough to listen to it more often.
Iya, ada dua berarti ya. Iya. Oh ya, ada dua. Satu di presentasi, satu di sini, satu di
Okay, so the actual product is a video. It's going to be a song. The song is Lirir, but it's going to be remixed with rock and everything. It's going to be played on the radio every morning, so it's going to replace the already song played because we regularly hear the song on the radio, but it's all from YouTube and it's not generally from our school, so it's best if we have something that's generally from our students. First, to make the song, is you need to do research about traditional music. So first, I interviewed a professional from UNESA. His name is Pak Joko Winarko, because he teaches all about music in his class. From what I got from the interview was that he said students don't seem interested in traditional music isn't because they don't like traditional music in general, it's because of exposure. It's because they don't regularly see it in their daily lives, so they don't mind about it in their everyday lives. The next research is to investigate the theory. I shared a survey to prove it consisting of 5, namely yes or no questions, on how students estimated about 80% of traditional music with cultural understanding. Another diagram shows the ratio, 80% how to make the music. First, we have to recruit the members, of course. It took about a week. Then I scheduled practice times. Fortunately, all the students for the band were on the same class, so the schedule was easy. And then next is the recording. This is an example of the recording. These were the students that were, I chose them to use. I chose to make a choir, so instead of using just one person's voice, it'd be best to, this is a folk song, it would be best for children to sing it. And the last step is to modify and edit the song. It was the hardest part and it took a long time to do since time consuming editing and also making time for yourself. So in conclusion, students aren't interested in traditional music, not because they don't like it, it's mainly because of exposure, meaning that we have to use traditional music in our daily lives for fun, and listen to it more often. So this is going to be the trailer for the video. If you want to look at more deeply, you can go to my booth tomorrow. Thank you, Pranav, for your great presentation. We have a few questions. Our first question is, where did you get the inspiration for the project? It was because every day I go to school pretty early, so you listen to the song on the radio and like the speaker. And I've noticed that the music is always the same and over. Though when I researched it at home, it was actually a video played from YouTube. So it wasn't from our school, and I felt like a bit copyrighted. So I decided to make it our own. Our next question is, what was the challenging part when working on your project? It was definitely recruiting the members for the band since it takes a lot of persuading. And how did you overcome the challenge? I overcame the challenge by confronting them personally and truly pushing them to join. Next is, how did you learn during the project? What did I learn? What did I learn about the project is that it's very time consuming, so that means you need to get good time management, and because you're leading a band, you would need good leadership. So without actually being responsible yourself, the whole project will collapse. And what did you enjoy the most? What I enjoyed the most was probably recording and having fun practicing with people. Our last question is, what is your hope after doing this project? I hope that people will get into traditional music more often and listen to it. That's all. Thank you, Fernanda. Thank you very much. Now, for the audience, do you have any questions? If there's no question, let's go to the next presenter. Second, we have Marsha Kalisahari. Marsha will present the culminating project of the Floresta project. So Marsha, time is yours. Hi, my name is Marsha, and my project for CP is about deforestation. The title of my project is The First Foundation. So deforestation is like a forest clearance or trees. It can cause like climate change, and then it can cause flooding, and also like the damages to like the natural habitat. Indonesia right now has like the biggest deforestation in the world. And so my project to help that is I do a collab with Justin, which is his project about like the rebuilding of the greenhouse, and we held like a mini workshop event for year 6. And I also do donations by selling plants and also planting kits. And for the money that I earn, I will give it to a website called Indonesia. So Indonesia website is in the website you can like do donations there and also campaign. Their goal is to plant trees for a number of Indonesian residents. So the documentation, uh, there's like photos of like my process of doing the event and before the event and during the event. So in conclusion, the nature, trees, forests, and any other plants are very important to us because we need them for like oxygen, like our daily needs. So we have to take care of it or not, if it can get worse. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Rita, for your presentation. That is a really cool topic for your community project. Now it is time for Q&A session. First question is, where did you get the inspiration for your project? So in Surabaya, lately there's a lot of flooding by rain and around my like area. So like it inspired me to like research about what was the cause. What was the challenging part during working on the project? Oh, the challenging part will be when I prepared the event for the mini workshop for year 6, because it has a lot of things to do and read. And how did you overcome the challenge? I overcome the challenge by like I try to not procrastinate and also I try to manage my time better. What did you learn during the project? I learned that there are many causes to deforestation and that we may know about. And also like nature is like very important to us. What did you enjoy the most? I enjoy like making the planting kits and like assembling them, also designing the stickers and freebies for the mini workshop. Okay, our last question is, what is your hope after doing this project? I hope that people are more aware of like how deforestation can be pretty dangerous if it continues. Mm, I hope they can take care of it. For the audience, do you have any questions? If you have any questions, please type it in the chat. If there is no question, thank you, Masha, for your answer. Third, we have Rajendra Atila. JJ will present his culminating project about the project art. To JJ, time is yours.
Hello, it's me, your local
idiot or American idiot, and today I'm going to be presenting my project called Project R. So, so as you can see, I have simplified all the content into something that's a lot more easier to read. So about me, Project R stands for reuse, which I am going to do because clothes are one of the types of trash that like makes the ecosystem bad. It creates carbon emission, which, as you could hear me, bad for the earth. What am I doing? So I'm gonna reuse my product and make them into a tote bag, as you can see here. And I'm going to be selling them at my booth there. So tomorrow, can you please buy one? Please, money. So my experience throughout CP was like, well, I pushed myself to the limits because before I did my CP project right now, I did about medicine and it didn't really go as I planned and it was really bad because I wanted to make a website and it did really terrible. So my work, as you can see, a tote bag. But there's actually different types of tote bags. Wait. Activity, a really small tote bag which can fit lunchbox in there or something else. So my goal is that everyone gets an idea on what I'm doing. Like everyone knows and they try to buy my product and things, so they know what I'm doing about my project. And conclusion. So you don't actually need to make a tote bag. You can actually make a lot of stuff with jeans. Like maybe a laptop case, pillowcase, bed sheet covers if you have enough, and a phone case. Thank you.
Thank you, TJ, for your presentation. It was very interesting, right? Now it is time for Q&A. Our first question is, where did you get the inspiration for your project?
This sounds weird, but I got my idea from when I was using jeans. Then I saw like a tote bag. So I was thinking about like, what if I mix the two into one? Because since I kind of noticed that like some people actually throw out clothes, which is turns out it is really bad for the earth. So I decided to make them into one because I think people would like something that's kind of new for them.
What was the challenging part during working on your project?
My challenging part. It was making the tote bag since I'm not really skilled at anything. And when it comes to sewing, I didn't really do my best because I actually hand knitted them first time, which really hurts. So, and then I realized I actually had a machine for sewing. And then I used the machine and I slowly got better at it, which I'm really proud of.
And how did you overcome the challenge?
I coped and also told my mom about my project and stuff. And she's really good at sewing. That's why we have a sewing machine. So I told her about my project, what I'm doing, how I'm doing, and she actually helped me, which is really nice.
What did you learn during the project?
I learned sewing because it was of course, my CP project, and also something that runs through my family veins.
And what did you enjoy the most?
I enjoyed spending time with my mother because it made me and her a lot more closer than usual by bonding with my CP project.
The last question is, what is your hope after doing this project?
So I'm hoping for two things. Number one, people get like they get an idea of what I'm doing and my tote bag sells. And number two, I'm hoping that I'm collecting the money, I'm hoping I can share the money to my mom because she sometimes doesn't accept things I usually give her out of pure kindness.
And we have a question from our online audience. The first question is from Ranti Maria. Is there any benefit from your product except for it was made from unused jeans?
Benefits. As in like what? What benefits? Like, is it good for the ecosystem? Because if it's like, as in the earth, I feel like it's really good for the ecosystem because like, since you throw out stuff which gets like mixed up with plastic, and then you could like take those genes or donate it if you want to, and make them into something that's a lot more useful instead of throwing them.
And is there any question from the audience?
Hopefully not. It all depends on the quality and the price. This one I'm not really selling, but this little one can go about 20,000. So like the range can be from 30 to 20 to 30 to 40,000.
Is there any question more? If there's no question, thank you, JJ, for your answer. Before we move to the next presentation by the other students, we would like to remind you again, if you have any questions to the presenter, just directly type it in the chat and they will answer it after the presentation. Now let's continue our presentation. Next, we have Farina Alexia. Farina will present her culminating project about social or animal abuse. The project is titled Feeding the Cat. So Farina is yours. Hello, my name is Farina, and my feeding project is about stray cat being abused. Problematic. Who cause suffering, pain, illness, and even death for the animal. The population of stray cats behavioral uncontrolled reproduction, decrease risk of certain car accidents, and stray animals are challenging and difficult to identify. About my project. It's about feeding the cats and spread awareness about animal abuse. And another challenge is about feeding the cats, so people get used to being cats every day. And I also give the food and they can also refill food. Brief explanation. Physical abuse refers to intentional acts that cause the animal pain, suffering, or death. Abusive behavior includes beating, dragging, turning, and kicking, and others. My goal is trying to spread awareness about animal abuse by feeding the cat. So that's why I made a challenge about feeding the stray cat. Research. The history of Indonesia are home around like 250 million stray cats. Indonesia is an example of developing nation where the government doesn't take responsibility, leaving the animals behind. My goal. Just to try and solve the animal abuse, especially stray cats around Surabaya. Another commission about feeding cats to urge people to pay more attention about stray cats. Measurable. I will know I succeed when I finish the competition. Achievable. There are three steps. That is research, make competition, and publish the competition. So this is important to me because I like cats and I want to help them. Final. I start research in September. I will reach my goal when I finish the competition. So this is my product. This infographic is about stray animal problem, animal shelter centers, and then you do the task and another poster, and that is the practice for the participants for the challenge, and that is the poster for the challenge. Discussion. It's not learn more about how to make the competition and know more about the distribution of stray cats. In conclusion, Circa is important for our community because there is of heart and fighting stray cats and others. Thank you. Thank you for the Your project is really meaningful, especially for the tech audience. There is time for Q&A session. So first question is, where did you get the inspiration for your project? I did research about animal food and I love cats and I want to help them too. What was the challenging part during working on the project? Maybe finding the system. Next question is, how did you overcome the challenge? I constantly them personally and tell them about the competition. What did you learn during the project? What did you learn during the project? I learned how to do competition and what did you enjoy the most? I using the foundation to face the business. And last question is, what is your hope after doing this project? I hope people aware about animal safety. Okay. For the online audience, do you think stray cats should be treated because it is? Because some research proves that cats can actually harm by the for the audience, do you have any questions? If there is no question, thank you for the. Next we have Wahyu Pandikusomo. Wahyu will present her community project with the social team. The title of her project is Cerita Kita. So Wahyu, time is yours.
Hi everyone, I'm Wahyu, and today I will be presenting about my CC project called Culmination. I will be talking about mental health, specifically about stress. Stress is the feeling of being overwhelmed or unable to cope with mental or emotional pressures, and it happens to everyone. So therefore, I will be building a website to help you reduce coping stress. For the process, I did some research about everything I need to know. I started to interview my counselor in Cikal, Surabaya, and I also did some surveys of students at the age of 17 until 19 in Cikal, Surabaya. And I started to work on the website. Actually, there's a lot of challenges when I do work on it. I couldn't finish the website on time, so it was quite challenging for me, but here I am now. So this is what the website is going to look like. This is the homepage, and when you click on the Start Now button, and then it will bring you to before starting off, please start. And this is the place where you can actually share your stories. And this is the documentation. There, I included our content because of that, and there is my survey result. So the conclusion is during the process of making the website, I realized that making a website is not that simple. But now I know a lot more about how people cope with stress and how every person has their own ways to deal with it. And I'm here to help teams deal with it more with. And this is the QR code that leads to my website, and there is the website link in case you wanted to open it on the top, on your top. Thank you.
Thank you, Q, for your great presentation. Now it's time for Q&A session. Our first question that we have is, where did you get the inspiration for your project?
If I'm being honest, it's me because I'm not feeling a lot, like I feel stressed out like a lot.
What was the challenging part when working on the project?
I'm really bad at time management, really am bad. So finishing the product on time is really hard for me.
And how did you overcome the challenge?
Actually, don't know. I just like did it. I just did it.
What did you learn during the project?
I learned a lot. I learned how to make a website. I learned like how to code the tests with healthy coding skills. And then yeah, that's it.
And what did you enjoy the most?
Enjoy the most was probably like the website because I know it stresses me out all the time, but like it's the thing that I'm interested in. So it's really fun. It was really fun.
And what is your hope after doing this project?
I really hope that my website can help a lot of teams from like really stress to like share their stories. Yeah.
Is there any question from the audience? How about the online audience? So that's all. Thank you, Wahyu.
Thank you.
For the next two presenters, they come from the engineering group. Please come. Nano Ratnatman. Nano will present the culminating project about the West and Central Surabaya bike lane. The Nano time is yours.
Uh, Hi, hello, my name is Lano, and the name of my project is West and Central Surabaya Bike Pavement. And so for my culminating project, I made a map for the bike lanes in Central and West Surabaya, and I also made a website which holds the map and some of the information. So that's what the website looks like, and that's what the map looks like. Really, the day started. That's my background. Basically, I actually just from my own because we're just about using everything. We often recommend using bicycles instead of vehicles, but sometimes some people might not know the direction or like you're heading using byways, so that's why I made this map. I'm trying to go to reduce air pollution, and so they have to help fight with the people who go to cycle. Yeah, my goals is basically just the goals I've written down before I started making the project. So this is the process and timelines. So I started out trying to find a software or a website or an app that I could use to make my map. And after some time, I decided I would use Scribble Map. It was easy to use and it had all the features that I needed. For the research to find the bike lanes for the map, I spent a lot of time on Google Maps, Street View, This is how I spend my time most CP sessions. And also when I use a car, I would pay attention to the road and try to see if there are any bike lanes, and usually I would note it down on my phone. I do it. And then making the map, I started making the map on December 13th. Um, I also did most of the research too while making the map. So, yeah. And I started making the website on January 3 with Wix.com, but I decided to change it because I had some difficulties using it. So I changed to site 123 and I published the website on March 4. And even though I've already published the website, I still continue to research and update my right map. So like the latest update I did to my map was like I think a couple of days ago. Uh, so it's my conclusion. After spending some time making the map and doing this project, well, I realized that Surabaya doesn't really have a lot of bike lanes, so I decided that tomorrow, during the exhibition, with the help of visitors, I hope that I could make concept lanes. Now, this isn't my original idea, but I decided to scrap it, but now I guess I'm bringing it back, and that's it. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your good presentation. Now it is time for Q&A session. First question is, where did you get the inspiration for your project?
So when I started doing that, when I started Culminating Project, I tried to find an idea. I started off with originally I wanted to make a concept for MRTs in Surabaya, but a couple of days after I tried to research more about that idea, they released the news where uh, they had a concept, but they didn't have the budget for it. The government, yeah, the government. I didn't have the budget for it, so I decided to change the idea. And I wanted to stick with transportation topic because the mentors and the groups were already divided. So later then, my friend recommended me that I do something about the bike lane. So yeah, I ended up doing that.
What was the challenging part during working on the project?
Well, I guess it was the research because I tried. I didn't want to miss. I didn't really want to miss anything. I didn't want to. I didn't want to miss a part. I didn't want to miss the lanes and I did not write it down on the map. So yeah, I spent a lot of time, looking at this.
And how did you overcome the challenge?
Uh, well, I guess it's yes, I guess spending more time doing that.
What did you learn during the project?
This project it benefited me too because not I also now know the roads that map. I mean like the biking directions because previously I didn't. I mean I only know in some place. But yeah.
The next question is, what did you enjoy the most?
I don't have anything I enjoyed the most because I guess while making the project, the whole thing felt kind of neutral. And yeah.
And last question is, what is your hope after doing this project?
I hope that people could use the map.
Okay, question from online audience. Is cycling a solution in Indonesia considering that in Indonesia the safety in Indonesia for cycling is still poor?
Yes. Actually, yes, yes. I've thought about this one. I've thought about this too, but I guess I just started to stick with it. Yes, because also when I was in the process of researching, I saw many like cars or like cars and motorcycles on the bike lanes. So yeah, I guess yes.
From the audience, do you have any questions? If there is no question, thank you very much. Next, we have Puna Kaiwamatatna. Puna will present her culminating project about the environment. The title of the project is Plastic.ly Precise. Puna, time is yours. So the problem background is plastic pollution. Plastic pollution has been a common issue in today's world, and many people throw away daily life with plastic without knowing how much of an impact it does to the environment. And it has been said that 380 million tons of plastic is produced each year across the board. If this is ongoing, landfills could be more rampant, and the toxins could harm the wildlife and human health. So my product is an application that aims to lessen the amount of plastic that we consume on a daily basis. The app offers tips and guidance on how to reduce your plastic consumption, as well as checklists so you can keep projects on the tips you've already or are currently following. The app is wide-ranging and contains a ton of information about plastic, from advice like using your own tote bag to advice like creating your own plastic-free chicken. So my early steps were prototyping. One of my first initial stages was to create a wireframe, as you can see over there. Um, so the wireframe is actually like the blueprint for my program or app I'm creating. And after I made the wireframe, I decided to move on to making the design of the app. So on the right, that's my original design of my app. So my research process was I had consultations with two people, specifically Farisky and Farinda. So with Farisky, he helped me like find programs to make my app on. But unfortunately, after the consultation, the programs to make the app on were too like complicated to utilize, and they also required like a subscription, which I wasn't really looking for. And with my consultation with Indra, he also suggested me more programs to make my app on. And while he was showing me the program suggestions, I realized that maybe making an application on like a mobile-based application is really difficult. So he suggested that I should make a web-based app, meaning that it should be released on browser interfaces like Chrome and Safari. And this is a great opportunity for me since web-based apps can be accessed on any phone from iOS to even Android. So about this, after my final contribution in Florida, I still haven't found a program to make my application on, since all the programs were too complicated to use. So that was until I was scrolling through my Instagram stories and I came across a student from Cikal who was also doing a Culminating Project, and they made their website on a platform called Card. And so I decided to try it out. And at the end, I realized that it was actually very easy to utilize, and you don't need any coding expertise, and so that's why I used Spark to make my app. So my process was, so I watched many tutorials to help me make my app, and personally I thought it was difficult, but as time passed by, I got used to making it, and there were some major changes I made in my app throughout the process. At first, the app was based off two main colors, white and yellow, so I decided to switch it up into white and blue instead. I also had to make the layout of the app a little different. So my conclusion is there's been much realistic process of my CP project, starting from finding the backend problem and making my way up. My project is a web-based application that aims to lessen the amount of plastic that we consume on a daily basis. And the main point of the app is that it offers tips and guidance on how to reduce your plastic consumption. There are several things I wish I had done differently, like working on my CP project during my free time, so that I could have completed it more quickly. But altogether, I think the whole CP project was interesting and really beneficial to me. And that's it.
Thank you, Lina, for your great presentation, and I also really like the design of your app. And now it's time for Q&A. The first question that we have is, where did you get the inspiration for your app?
So when I really began to make a project related to SDGs, my first thought was to look for the most common issues in the world right now, and one of them happened to be plastic pollution. So that's why I put it in, and I also noticed a lot of people are making websites, and so I decided to like set it up a bit and make an app instead.
The next question is, what was the challenging part during working on the project?
So the challenging part is probably looking for a good program to make my app on, because many of them were hard to use and they needed like coding experience, and we also most of them needed like as a daily pay for it, like as a get a subscription. So I wasn't like really looking for that right now. So yeah, it was really hard to find a program to make my app on.
And how did you overcome the challenge?
So like I said earlier, I got inspired from one of the students from Cikal who is using the webpage on the website of our website. What did you learn during the project? I learned a lot about information about plastic on how to reduce it, how to reduce the plastic consumption, as well as like many alternatives to plastic. And, and what did you enjoy the most? Well, inside my app, I also like included some of my like editorial illustrations, and I enjoy art, so I guess one of my favorite things was like making the illustrations. For our last question is, what is your hope after doing this project? I just hope a lot of people will like my art and maybe enjoy the design of it, and I hope that they think it's beneficial for others. For the audience, do you have any questions? What about the online audience? That's all. Thank you, Luna. Thank you. Now let's continue our last presentation for session 1. Next, please welcome Javan Abhinaya Setiawan. Javan will present his culminating project about the reborn of greenhouse. So Javan, can you yours. Okay, good morning everyone. So I'm Sunny, I'm Javan's mentor. Today I will be assisting Javin for this project. So Javin's culminating project is about the reborn of greenhouse. Okay, so the brief explanation about the project. Basically, the film project is making the greenhouse to be active again by doing several events and activities. Therefore, the greenhouse in Sekolah Cikal specifically can be actively used by the Cikal community. Next. Okay. Now the real question is greenhouse and why is it important to keep the greenhouse, especially the one that we have in our school active? Because greenhouse itself they have a very important function. For example, protect soft plants and the plants that cannot survive extreme weather, and then keep the plants warm and support the plant growth. Okay, next. Okay. The bigger problem that the teams have for this project is Cikal itself, they have the greenhouse, right? As you see behind the LRC, but it is used but not really active, and there are still empty inside the greenhouse. So the green project, we want to make the greenhouse is being put by the plants, and also we as the Cikal community can use the greenhouse of Cikal actively. These are the smart goals. Next, next, next. Okay. For the research process, the team did several activities. For example, he did the interview with Miss Ria as the person in charge of greenhouse of Sekolah Cikal Surabaya, and then Miss Ria did several ideas for the teams for the hydroponic plants. And then Jovin did the hydroponic plants as Ms. Dia suggested. And then for the result of the hydroponics, as you can see on the picture here, we have the spinach that is harvested, and then we give it to the Cikal community so they can use it, yeah, for food and etc. Jovin also held a mini workshop event. It was a collaboration event with Marsha, yeah, and the participant was year 6 students. And these are several documentation of different activities that you can do while planting the hydroponics and then doing the event with the year 6 and visiting the scholarship greenhouse. Yeah. because we cannot bring the greenhouse into the exhibition because the greenhouse is very big. So Devin made a miniature greenhouse and you can see it on his booth tomorrow. Next. So in conclusion, the action that Devin took for the greenhouse is actually a small action, but it can make a great impact for the greenhouse if we do it consistently. So, however, the greenhouse is a long-term thing. So there is hope that we always use the greenhouse together so that the benefits of being in the greenhouse will be useful to all of us, especially the Cikal community. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. for your presentation. The project is really impactful. Now it is time for Q&A. First question is, where did you get the inspiration for your project? Okay, I will have nothing to give the answer. So it was from his dad because his hobby is gardening. So Devin was inspired to do this project. Okay, second question is, what was the challenging part during working on the project? Okay, Devin said growing hydroponics was the challenging part during this project because he has never done it before. So it's kind of a new experience from him. How did you overcome the challenge? So for the next question, he said that he did research many things, such as what types of plants that can be planted in the greenhouse, and then what are the things that is needed for the hydroponic plants, and how to do it, and so on. What did you learn during the project? Okay, so during the project, he said that he got a lot of experiences such as planting the hydroponics and then harvesting, creating and holding an event, preparing many things, and interacting with the audience, with the people, with the Chico community from the primary until the high school. What did you enjoy the most? Joaquin said that he enjoyed and passionate about the growing hydroponics with the hope that the plants will grow well. Okay, last question is, what is your hope after doing this project? Okay, the action that we have planned and carried out that solves the problem as expected, even though the steps that he has made are not over because growing plants and keeping the greenhouse active is a long-term thing, so we hope that we always use the greenhouse together, therefore the benefit will be useful to all of us. For the audience, do you have any questions? What about the online audience? If there is no question, thank you, Dr. That was an amazing presentation from all of session 1 presenters. For now, we would like to have a break around 20 minutes, and after that, we will continue the presentation. Thank you, teman-teman.
Tak dibuka. Mustia, Angelina, Nayara, ya, Derby, Alif, Shana, Tanya, Ini udah kan?
Oh, hello everyone, session 1 was truly amazing. All of the students did a very good presentation. Now we are going to continue the presentation for session 2. We also want to remind you if you have any questions to the presenter directly type it in the chat. They will answer later after the presentation. As the first presenter on session 2, please welcome Christian Pratama. Are you ready, Christian? Alright, start the show.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the CP Talk. If you haven't known or heard of it yet, my name is Christian Pratama and I am going to presentate my project, also known as the Little Green Book. Now, what is the Little Green Book? As I will describe it itself, it indeed is a book that contains various financial information that may aid you in the future. And why did I make the Little Green Book? Well, at the very start of the year, we have to choose what CP project to make. And me, the student that I am, chose something related with the SDG with political development. But the project that I wanted to make was very funnily a Roblox game. I am not joking. Obviously, it did not come into fruition. And the second thing I thought of after politics was economy. Well, I wanted to make a bigger stance on it, but I decided to whittle it down onto the Little Green Book. And why the topic of financial literacy within yourself in particular? The main reason is that financial literacy is, if not, one of the most important pieces of knowledge that you should know when you're starting to become an adult. But most Indonesians here haven't learned of your age, haven't learned what financial literacy or its basics even is. And I'm trying to make a change with this book. And SMART goals first. The specific is to find out what I want to do, which is to research financial literacy within the Indonesian people and aid them with the Little Green Book. Measurable, I track my progress in a box and highlight it there alongside me making the design in Canva and printing it. Achievable, which is a piece of visualization and preparation for the exhibition. Realistic, which is I would more like call it relatable. The reason of why I read this in particular is that financial literacy is very much needed for the Indonesian youth who are going to become adults, which is in the teenager age, and time bound. In the first semester, I started with the first stage, which is conceptualization. My schedule of my CP projects. And the process step by step. The first stage was conceptualization. You knew it already was to find out what I wanted to make, just what the basics of the script and the design, and alongside me trying to find as much information as I could get. Second is the creation of the script. Just me starting with two talks that eventually create the script of the book, and then from start to finish, finishing the book, which takes place in the second semester. not just only to me designing and reaching the script, but also an interview with a senior, with in which our topic are similar to each other. And finally, the exhibition preparation, which is to finalize the book, make copies of it, prepare the booth, and the presentation that you're watching right now. And conclude from me is that personally, I have learned many things about financial literacy and myself, which is that I am a very big procrastinator, but I could change that because I actually finished the book, and I very much wish, even though the book hasn't been released to the public yet, I hope that the information is actually factual and could it could benefit you in the future. The end.
Thank you, Lisa, for your presentation on the time for communication. First question is, where did you get the inspiration for your project?
Well, during the CP conference, I wanted to say something more political side because that's what I was more interested in. But the concept of the project was very much terrible as I was reading. So it eventually evolved on to financial literacy and creating the book itself.
What was the challenging part during working on the project?
Well, the challenging part was to find my procrastination because if not, I may be the worst procrastinator in my class. I'm not joking.
And how did you overcome the challenge?
Well, to be honest, I just kept going. There was and the deadline was getting closer, and since I was procrastinator, I was better with doing things when nothing ended.
What did you learn during the project?
So aside from the amount of financial literacy I learned,
What did,
I found out that I am more procrastinating than I thought.
what did you enjoy the most?
Well, at the very last part, the book was finished, and all I had to do was to design the book.
And what question is, what is your hope after doing the project?
Well, I just only hope that this book is actually factual.
For the offline audience, do you have any questions? For the online audience? Okay, thank you, Lisa. Next, we have Angelina Sinoto. Angelina will present the Culminating Project with the social team. The title of the project is Anti-Child Marriage, and the Angelina Dinosaur.
and I proposed the idea to my teachers and then I made a paper comparison. And I did some interview with a psychologist from Jakarta. After getting the information, I started working on my website and then published my website. Then the exhibition. Uh, so that's my final product. You can go to other people. So the conclusion, government will be not just to stop, but helping people to prevent and raise awareness while those students become partners. Thank you.
So we are continuing now for your presentation and now it's time for Q&A. So first question that we have is, where did you get the inspiration for your project?
Okay. So first, I saw a lot of gender inequality, like in different treatment of women. So I did some research about gender inequality, and I found that the self-marriage and forced marriage is one of the big issues in the world.
Next question is, what was the challenging part during working on the project?
Finding something interesting and research.
And how did you overcome the challenge?
My mentor and teachers, as friends, helped me
And what did you learn during the project?
learn about things, how to and how to make a website.
And what did you enjoy the most?
Making the website.
Last question is, what is your hope after doing this project?
There will be less love marriage and
Thank you. That was a great answer. For the offline audience, we have any questions for the offline audience? Again, you remember answer. For the next one, we have Nayara Lanchino. Nayara will present the community project of the Lanchino. The Nayara Lanchino. Hi everyone, my name is Nayara and my project is about traditional games. So the title of my project is Learning Java, a project to serve traditional games. So what is Learning Java? Learning Java is a community project that brings up the issue of how students in Surabaya don't really play traditional games. According to the survey, there are more children who like to play online games than traditional games. So the deadline problem. The main reason of why I made a use of games as a project is because I realized during break time or teaching time, students don't really know about traditional games, how to play them, and what type of traditional games it is. So the details. The main target audience for my project is students at the age of 12 until 15 or middle schoolers. And the solution I propose for the project is making an event where people can come and play traditional games. Also, the event will be held at basketball court and also green field. The event is also a collaboration with Culminating. So, Culminating is a traditional game from East Java. The success criteria. If I were to make the event and make it to 7 people, I think I have succeeded on making this project. has a lot of feedback, and everyone seems to be interested in traditional games. It is also a success criteria for me. And being interested in traditional games is we can play traditional games at school. They can provide tools for traditional games, and we can play it freely. And the process to make this project is year by taking a survey and sharing to students in upper primary and middle school. And after that, I brainstorm the solution and also and then the action is making the event right. So making the event is really hard. The first one is the second guest speaker and the second teacher there. And making the flow or the plan for the event, making the poster and making the real event. Where I choose my goal. Traditional games is a part of our culture and that has existed a long time ago. Preserving traditional games will also mean that we pay respect to people who make traditional games. Traditional games can improve our social skills and have a great benefit on our physical health. They can also improve our creativity, imagination, learn teamwork skills, work on strategies and tactics. That I took during this event. This one is actually pretty valuable. That one is Balaparo. That one is where I like fold the paper for them to share to people that come to the event. That one is when I'm going to the presentation, and then yeah. In conclusion, from this project, we know that traditional games has helped students in many ways, including trying new things to be more safe, closer to each other, and useful in their knowledge in Indonesian history. That's it for me. Get the idea of the time. Students don't really know what traditional games, so I think it is a good idea to make it friendly. What was the challenging part during this project? The most challenging part when I make this project is when I make the event because there are a lot of things there. And that was my first time to make an event. How did you overcome the challenge? I overcome the challenges by talking to my mentor, asking my friends for feedback, and how did you learn? I learned a lot. And uh, like how to stop myself and to be more confident in myself and also to be like and what did you enjoy the most? I enjoy seeing students and teachers playing the games in our event. My question is, what is your goal after this project? I hope now Cikal can play traditional games and everyone can play during the event. Okay. Okay, open up. Audience, do you have any questions? From Brazil, Venezuela. Okay, why should we play traditional games when modern games just the same thing? It depends on the modern game that you play. What is the example for your modern game you have? Okay, if you're talking about online games, I think traditional games have more impact on people, and physically and also mentally. Okay, thank you very much for listening. Next, we have Dharma and Dharma was presenting community project with the education team. The title of this project is Dharma Mahaja. So Dharma, time is yours.
Hello, good afternoon or good morning, whatever you like. Good morning, everybody. My name is Dharma. We can talk about my project. My name is Dharma Mengaja because I couldn't think of it. So yes, my name is Dharma. My name is Dharma. I'm from year nine. My interest, short interest like reading, playing games, and also teaching education. But this is focusing mainly on like the aspects that I enjoy are like explanation, presentation, like what I'm doing right now, and yeah, helping people learn. But this actually leads very nicely into what my project is. My project, I decided to split it into parts, which is my event, which I had a teaching event in a park where I invited students from the organization Sanggar Belajar Capital, work with the students. Students are from a kampung, and there I help teach them English. And I also had a website where I recorded what I did, my event, like if you can find like yeah, basically a record of what I did and also information about the topic and the topic, my problem, and like what I found from my research and from my experiences. The QR code right there if you want to scan it. And there's also the link to the website if you prefer that. Next slide. Okay, so this is why the project is important to me and how I came up with it. So originally, the topic for the project was when I was doing brainstorming at the start of the creation. I found the fourth SDG, quality education, which was, it was something I was interested in, so I decided to add my topic. And then so while creating or brainstorming the project, I wanted to sort of cover my bases and both like and do this both help the target audiences or the people I'm trying to help them directly and indirectly. So I would both have like a large reach and also be able to turn it on a personal level. Help people. So that's how I came up with the project design and the website. And so the reason why it's exactly like this is that I was want to deserve proper education for like a successful life, and it's important that they know that education is important and like it's important for how your life later life is going to be. Next slide. So yeah, so when creating the project, I was also told to create the SMART goals, which would help me like specify and identify like the specifics of the project, so I wouldn't be working like too much in unknown. So the first one is specific. It's quite long. You can read it if you want to. I'm just going to summarize it. Uh, so I wrote that I wanted to help the children in Surabaya specifically to help them by providing support and creating an event and the website. And I wrote exactly what I was going to do in the event and website and also why I wanted to do it. So, yes, and then so the second one is measurable. This is how I measured my success and how complete the project and how it was. So I have like the website, the event, so like, those were then I created the project complete. So I also specified that I wanted to have like two meetings where I would help teach them to like know them better, and also that I would create the website. But this is the goal. This is just like the steps that I need to achieve. And I did actually do these. So I gathered data by interviewing someone and also researching online and create the website and also interact with the children. Next. Okay, so this is the part. So I chose this because it shows the project seems like something I can actually do, and because it's like something I can set up, so it's like easy to set up, and then will provide a challenge, but I will be able to have help and end up working. I have a plan. Next slide. Yeah, this is the timeline. My original timeline, the actual but the timeline when I first created the project. So I planned, I started August, I planned a proposal, and then I finished the proposal for the term break, and then I planned to have an interview in October, which I did, and then I also planned to have the next one in November, which I also March. March, I wanted to have I wanted to finish basically. I wanted to finish it by January, but it didn't actually end up like that. That's kind of delayed the research that I did at the start of the project. So it helped me. So this shows like it showed me the right amount, the numbers are kind of dropped because that ended in 2022, but pretty much higher, but luckily it's dropped. But there's still quite a lot, especially from above elementary school, why I changed, I decided that my target audience that I was trying to help was in by even though it's so dropped, by the by high numbers, and also it helped identify possible solutions. Also gather information from real people who work with children and all from like Cikal. They like focus on helping and like they provide learning for a company. So via Instagram QR code, you can scan it. Usually they post their there and also sometimes donate if they want to support them. And so the interview, it helped me to learn what it's like to interact with the children. It's actually led by Kia over there. And that's how my mentors were able to introduce me and also, and that's, I'm very thankful that they actually worked with me and were able to provide me with their support and experience. So this is the actual timeline of what I actually did. In October, I had the presentation and I started gigs and interview where I got that to like work with them and see the event. And then in November, I went there for the first time, and I helped them. I attended there. I was kind of like an assistant there, and able to like get to know my students. And then in December, I finished the website creation. Well, yeah, I finished as much as I could finish it because of course it wasn't actually complete. I still had to finish the other because the website is kind of dependent on if I finish my event or not. And I hadn't by that point. So then I started planning for the meeting. The planning was like what I had to do basically. Yeah, I'll explain later what I actually did. I started planning like creating the materials and what I actually wanted to teach the children and like what I wanted to do with them. And then I created the material, which was a dialogue here. Right? So in January, I started to plan like the more specific part, organizing transportation and location. So for that, I opened up support support the project, to pay for like the transportation. It's still actually support the project. Also open my booth over there tomorrow if you want to support my project. So for the transportation on that day, the students were transported from the campus to the park to go visit my house where I held it. And then in February, yeah, that happened in February. So there, that's where I held my event, and then also in February I finished my website. The final project that I created. So this is my so the first part I created games like yeah, so I basically like, kind of find out like how much they really and like yeah how they were kind of like figuring out how much I should and try to let's see if I teach them and try to learn them. And for that I introduced the main event, which was the reciting dialogue. Yeah, this is the next slide. Yeah, this is the I remember for dialogue. That's an example if you want to read it. So what I did there, I helped explain the meaning, and then they would also they would practice within groups with the read the dialogue and present it. So, what I saw is that they were very like enthusiastic. They really wanted to learn, and they were also very engaged, and they did their best. It was surprisingly good, like their dialogue. They really tried their best. Then the event feedback I got from the students now. Event feedback, as I was again, so like from this, I asked them what their feedback was. So overall, they said that they liked it. It was very fun. And yeah, so this is the website. This is my website. It's created using Wix. It has 5 pages and information about the project topic, to support the project. This is the link. And so I can't really discuss that much because I do need your non-biased feedback. That's the feedback. And if you look at the website, you can scan it and then you can use it. the conclusion that I can draw from the project is that something I realized after finishing everything is that I realized that the most important thing is not is first before you help and you try and support them and provide opportunities for them. First, you have to encourage a love of learning and make sure you know what it is to like learning and that you like to learn. Only then can we expand and provide other educational opportunities in the future. So my reflection is that basically what I wanted to do better is the website. It's not perfect. I would like to do better. But I'm looking to sure how to do it. So I'm not it's mostly the aesthetics of the website that I'm not really that happy with. But I'm trying to get better at it. Other than that, it was mostly like I learned a lot, like management and time management and organizing events, organizing other things. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Very interesting and helpful. And now it's time for Q&A. We have a big question. The first question that we have is, what is your inspiration for the project?
Yeah, the inspiration that I think as well in life is from the top from the SE from one of the SEPs and from the top for the project itself. Well, I started with like I think individual solutions, and I decided that none of them were using enough. So I just picked I like the most, and then I actually contributed to the project.
What was the challenge of the project?
Most challenging part, so there wasn't really a most challenging part, mostly like challenging, but it wasn't that bad. Like the one of the most of the things was challenging with deciding what project I wanted to do, but and also like thinking of what I wanted to do for it. And mostly I struggled with the planning because I don't really plan things to go with it. I don't really plan things in advance, but I learned that if I think about it long enough, I will eventually come up with something that I do like and I want to do.
How, how did you approach?
I just, I do all kinds of things.
What did you learn during the project?
Yeah, I learned, well, planning. I learned how to plan my in advance, like give myself time to think about things and not like, do too many impulse decisions.
And what did you enjoy the most?
Yeah, I think they were very fun. Very fun. Thank you as well for being there and like participating actively.
And the last question is, what is your hope after doing this project?
My hope is that everybody can be a bit more inspired by what I did and also inspired to take themselves to want to support and what themselves and I hope they understand the visually. And also hope that they can come to my booth tomorrow. And tomorrow I also actually set up like a donation box where you can donate some either like books or like study books or like area like pencils or just teaching materials in general. So if you're interested, you can come to my booth tomorrow and do that.
And we have a question from Nara. You can ask your question now.
Oh, I think probably was like approximately 11 children.
Is there another question?
How much money you cost for this website for making this project?
Oh, I don't remember, like around, well, can I say this? Am I allowed to say this? What? Okay. So like, I think like around 300,000 approximately. Yeah, 300,000 or 500,000 in that range.
Is there another question? Thank you, Dharma. Okay, we will remind you if you have any questions, you can send them to share. I think it's a chat. will present the culminating project environmentally. The title of the project is to build a corporate to align climate change.
Hi, my name is Aryan and from Yemen. In this project, we so this is the background problem. The problem with this project, while and other categories, is that many users are so that the is flowing in the flowing. Animals sometimes like to follow, not just an animal, even people and stuff. Um, there is a lot of plastic waste that go to very well are reliable contributors of garbage related cooking finance. But they also contribute to like the people photo plastic and influence your application and conquer coverage is initially innovative plastic option. So from from the advantage of coverage are frequently known to be the primary material in production and often unattained. So this is my goal. So I'm still go with coverage and if there are not a young people I want to understand and then and I see someone can when plastic is thrown, usually breaks into little pieces that reflect the region where and also by sorting plastic waste and plastic cannot and circulation with the people. And I will reach my goal after I do it. Really and from so this is year one workshop. Pretty much, I have a workshop on year one. In there, I was teaching year one to make an alphabet. It's a little bit hard because they are so a child, and some of them are kids who can read. So on every picture, they and I have some drill. So however, just to collect the funds and do as an answer. This is documentation. And some of other when December 6th, on the other correct channel, cannot the teaching you want to make a microwave. This conclusion, I think it's for exam. I have a record. This is it. Can they realize in conclusion, it's now okay. So this is my research project. Thank you. Have a nice day.
And yeah, let's first question is, how do people installation for actually part working on the topic?
I think the collection because I have my um,
And how did you overcome
um, I can answer. collecting the plastic. What did you learn during the project? Yes, the plastic.
How did you enjoy the course?
The teaching area.
Next, what is your goal of the community project?
I hope I can teach more children to
Is there any question from offline audience? What about audience? Okay. If there's no question, thank you. For the next one, we have For the next one, we have Shana with Miss Tanya. Shana will present her culminating project about street harassment. How much do you know? Shana's time is yours.
I don't know about that. My name is Anna, and this is my project about. Okay, so the issue is street traffic includes unwanted comments, gestures, or acts that offend someone in a public space without their consent. And my comment harassed throughout the years, so at least once in their life. And I found out that because this, um, in the people rarely speak out about this. And then our goal is to spread awareness about this issue and to help and make people realize that this is a problem in education. And the goal is that many people in and basically for the S is that about what is harassment and why it exists. To know how I'm done with this project, the final product video will be posted on YouTube, and there will also be a feedback form out there as well. And then A is basically how I will know if I'm done with this project. Is the start is gonna be researching, brainstorming, and concepting. The action is interviews, recording, editing, and then when I'm done, it's going to be posted on YouTube. R is why I chose this product is if I've experienced it even when I was wearing clothing that fully covered me and I was using a hijab. And then C is for the time bound. So November till February was research. February 6th was interview with the expert. March was interview with the victim. March 8th was part editing the video. April 14th is the final production. April 15th was loading and putting the video into the project. And then this is my product. So my product is the original idea was an Netflix documentary with about 30 and then that is the example I took from Netflix in the report. And then this is the project process. So the first one was the research, as you can see there. And then the next one was to make a report. The next one was to find also to teachers and mentors. And then under it, which was in concepting the video, how we going to go. And then after that concepting, I had interviews with the experts from Cikal. And then I had four and so I also interviewed. And then this was the last two, which was editing the video, and then I posted it on my channel on YouTube. And then this is my final product. If you want to see, the first QR code is the final product. Please to the YouTube, and then if you're done watching it, please fill out the feedback form. And then
that that many people have experienced that they are too afraid or don't know how to talk about it. So, thank you so much for your great presentation, and now it's Q&A session. For the first question, maybe inspiration for your project. Okay, so because of all this information, so kind of like from a personal experience, and I kind of wanted to speak up about it, but I don't know what people can. And what was the challenging part was working on the project? The challenging part was editing the video. It took me kind of 4 months to release it, and when the timeline was up again, I was a bit rushed making the video. And how did you overcome the challenge? I overcome the challenge by pulling an all-nighter, so I spent maybe like a couple hours from 4 p.m. until 2 or 3 a.m. The question is, what did you learn from the journey? I I learned that uh, people don't grasp other people what to won't speak up about it. And what did you enjoy the most? I really enjoyed finding the videos of it, and I got a lot of views because I knew people were watching, and then they thought, "Papa, what question is, what is your hope after doing this project?" I hope that when people finally understand about what the internet is and have the when to talk about it. And is there any question from the audience?
I don't ever experience street harassment, but how do you think about the effect of people who experience street harassment?
So, I don't see that you have this life before. Um, their self-esteem has was lowered, and it also makes people to be afraid to go out in public alone. Is there any question?
Now, this is kind of a continuation from Nadine, but did that kind of affect you too?
Uh, when I first experienced it, it kind of did because I was scared. I was scared to go out alone, but sooner or later, I was kind of used to it by then.
So, kind of okay?
Yeah, so, is there any other question? Thank you for your answer, and thank you. Next, we have Hungary for the Hungary presents her culminating project with the environment for the project is cycle for life cycle. For the years of the Netherlands, to highlight my nature. So, good morning everyone. I'm Hannah and this is my culminating project, the cycle for a life cycle. So, as we all know that conservation materials for the environment and the process in the soil. I currently have a collaboration with colleagues to collect plastic, connect recycling the durable shelf for upper primary students and keep the recycled products from plastic during the activity. Before collecting and creating the products, everyone has a way to get information from others. So this is my smart goal. I want to encourage other people to start recycling because people nowadays don't pay much attention to the plastic use. Um, how do I know if I have succeeded? When people know more about recycling, you can take this recycling and apply it for other people are recycled, when it can fit in your life. How can I make this happen? I will conduct a workshop for primary students and present useful physical products for the collecting plastic during the exhibition. I think that by conducting workshop for primary students, I can develop their belief on recycling and by presenting recycled products, I can get people interested in the idea of recycling. And I want to successfully conduct a workshop on February and finish my project before May. My users. I'm not sure about recycling, so that because I wanted to know that information about recycling that others know and I don't. Okay. The budget audience for my video is everyone because I want to get like various information from all ages about recycling how to get many responses. And unique information that I learned from the survey is that now I know how much plastic there will be after it is recycled. Also got unique information. One person claims that plastic is a low-cost product, so we use it often, and I strongly agree with it. And this like this really changed my perspective on the project. And I think after reading their responses, I think that people have already understood what recycling is and like how to do it. But they just lack of the motivation to start recycle to start recycling and applying the for other people. This are some of the survey results. So this is my workbook. Uh, my recycle that I made. I have the product of this, so this is a bucket hat. And also, I will be selling this. Like of the kitchen, the big one. It's 5,000. Yeah, and if you want to buy this, just come to me and like say that you want to buy this. But this is a pre-order, so yeah, if you want to get this like. So I also did a workshop to visit we just started from the beginning until the end of the workshop. And they also gave me good feedback. And I have a video of the workshop. If you want to see it, just come to my YouTube. In conclusion, positive presence and environmental risk mitigating difficult to solve. And recycling is more we must prove the sustainable habit of recycling, using and reducing waste so that the plastic recycled doesn't end up as a waste. Thank you. First question is where did you get the inspiration for your so I've seen a lot of things that plastic at home, school, and also so I think that only if you always like to get I think that's the first one I got the idea for this one. So I did a collaboration with Alan to collect plastic, and there wasn't much people that like pay attention to our product, our project. So we didn't get the amount of plastic we needed. How did you the promoted our restaurant and we also collect our plastic ourselves so I can get the amount of plastic we need. What did you learn during the project? I learned a lot. I learned how to like various plastic products and also I learned how to use one plastic and I know how to replace plastic with other materials. What did you learn the most? I really enjoy making projects because this is very fun actually. What is the group of your dream project? I hope that people can start to recycling and use less plastic. Yeah. Is there any question from student or youth? Mhm. Is there any question? Yes. Last but not least, we have Auna Ramada from the Environment Group. Auna will present her community project with the title Road to Sustainable Life. So Auna, thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm from Culminating Project, and my name is Alina, and I'm the project that I've been doing this year called Growth to the Sustainable. So, what exactly is my project? So, the topic that I chose is sustainable living, sustainable life, or you can call it eco living. And the goal of my project is to promote that ideal life of community. Now, I decided to sell kits to the general community and donate all the profits that I got from the kits to. So these are the kits that I sold. $1,000 and $0 one cost about 50,000 and 50 costs about 60. So why did I choose this topic? I think sustainability is life, maintain quality and natural resources for future generations. It is very sustainability guarantees solutions that provide a secure and livable future for everyone. If we exhaust the Earth's resources, the generation will suffer. So this is some of the documentation that I have. There's pictures of me working and other countries, and I did like I think a total of surveys. One of them is the youth sustainable kids and what I should include, and the students are the results from the survey. What I've learned, I've really faced a lot of challenges, like the etc. The experience that I get from this working process is a lot of it. Thank you. I think I actually use Twitter on my booth. Inside, you can definitely use it from my booth.
Thank you. And now it's time for Q&A. The first question is, where did you get the inspiration for your project?
So I got the inspiration from I think my mom. At home, she always like tells me a lot of stories about the earth and like how I should take care of it. And I think I also get the inspiration from social media as well.
What was the challenging part of
The challenging part was definitely I think the rush and finding a lot of orders to so that everyone gets to it.
and how did you overcome the challenge?
I, I asked from my team family, and I think they definitely helped with my project.
What did you learn?
I learned a lot of things and believe in myself and trust. I think without that, I wouldn't be able to do all this.
And next question is, what did you enjoy?
I think I enjoyed decorating the booth. I think it's a lot of fun, and I also get to go there since it's the last project that we're going to do in the year.
What is your after this project?
I hope that the people that I have spent all this year with and like at least like small actions and that different
Is there any question from you? What about the audience? That's all. Thank you, Elena.
you are already
Thank you, Elena student, for your participation. Thank you, and it was great experience to know what you're doing. For a reminder, Unit students will have an exhibition tomorrow on 11 May 2020 in Mundi College Class in Surabaya. You might get a chance to have a deeper talk about their personal projects, so don't forget to fill the feedback form and attend it. Thank you, I am Annabelle. See you tomorrow.